Day Bakers, we're doing it again. We're debunking, fixing, copycatting, whatever you want to call it, another Kellogg's recipe. What are we making today, Bailey? We are making Nutri-Grain bars. You heard it here first. We're making Nutri-Grain bars. Those delicious little oaty fruit-filled bars that cost way too much for way too little. All right, so in our food processor, and yes, you need a food processor or a blender, because a lot of people ask, can I use a blender? And I have a giant smudge on my glasses that I keep on staring at. Okay, you need 1 cup of oats, not instant, steel cut, or old fashioned, not instant. All right. And we are going to grind this down. Why did that start and I didn't press the button? I didn't press the button. Why did it start? My food processor has a ghost. Grind this down to a fine powder. We want this to be an oat flour. But no, you don't want to use oat flour. You want oats. I don't know why. I've tried it with oat flour. You want to make your own. It just works better. Trust the process. You're going to add 1 cup of flour. You cannot use almond flour, and you can use a gluten-free flour as long as it's a 1-to-1 flour. I don't care. But not almond flour. It doesn't work right. It's too grainy. And then 1 cup of wheat flour. You're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 egg, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Get my spatula. 1/2 cup of melted butter. 1/2 cup of honey or agave or corn syrup. I'm going to tell you though, it tastes better with honey or agave. All right. Get this in. And you're going to put this on pulse or mix or chop or whatever it is. There's really no words on here. You're going to go. There's no words. It just says on. For about 2 minutes or until you get a nice dough ball, crumbly dough ball. And then we are going to wrap this in plastic wrap and stick this in our freezer for 20 minutes. So then what we're going to do is we are going to watch your blade. Okay, I say watch my blade as I literally glide my finger over it. Smart, Bailey. Very smart. Okay. Get all your dough out. Waste not, want not. Okay, and we are eventually going to roll this into 2 rectangles. So my recommendation is to fold it into a rectangle to start, because why not make it easier on yourself when you have to go to start to roll it out. So put it in a rectangle to start. Put it in your freezer, 20 minutes. And then jam. You need some kind of jam. What is your favorite flavor of Nutri-Grain bar? I have my homemade bourbon apricot jam that I'm going to pull out. So I'm going to use that. Just pull out your favorite jam, because we got to get our jam on. All right. Pop this in the freezer. I'll see you in 20 minutes. Not really. It's TikTok time, so I'll see you in 2 seconds. And 20 minutes. So here is what... I already have a rolling pin out. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So here is what we are going to do. Take your dough. Find out where the start of your dough is. You're going to take 1/2 of your dough. I recommend putting your other half back in the refrigerator while you are not working with it, so it stays chilled. As we do that now, place another piece of parchment on top of your dough while you roll it, because it will get sticky and annoying, and it's easier. And knock over my coffee. And roll out your dough. You're going to want to roll it out to the thickness of about a penny. All right, I'm not going to make you sit here and see me struggle to roll this out, but roll it out to about the thickness of a penny. And you have your dough nice and rolled out. What you are going to do, no, I have it on the wrong side. Oops. What you are going to do is you are going to cut your dough, and don't waste it. Add this back into your other dough ball, because you can use all your dough. All you have to do is keep refrigerating what you cut off of it. So you're going to cut it into squares. So, squares. I can get 3 out of this one. Okay. And I decided actually to go with strawberry with this one. Because my girls actually like strawberry a lot better. Okay. And what you're going to do is with your jam, you're going to put about 1.5 tablespoons of jam down the center. Now, that is not the amount of jam that's used in a true Nutri-Grain bar, but I say the more jam, the better. If you want less, you can use less. Also, if you want your dough thicker, you can make your dough thicker. Oh, that is the wrong shape. We'll make it work. I made that the wrong shape. Oh well. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll one side, and then roll the other side. Tri-fold it, and then you're gonna press your sides down. So roll one side, and then close your ends. And this one, we're gonna weird shape this one. This one's gonna be, got jam on my fingers. This one's gonna be this one's gonna be a square. Okay, like that. So you're gonna have the line in the middle, and then you're just gonna make sure your ends are closed like that. And then you're gonna pop these in a 350-degree oven for 15 minutes. Make sure you gather all that dough. Repeat with all your leftover dough. And yes, you can put about 6 of these on each baking tray. You need about 2 inches between each of them. Remember, 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. Bakers, when your Nutri-Grain bars are all done, this is what you get. I may have dropped mine and split it because, shut up. It's the only answer I have, but look. Look at that. Okay, mine are still very, very hot because you know me. I'm very impatient. I'm going to burn my mouth for you because that's what I do. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This may be the Mandela effect. I always remember there being like oats on top. You can lightly brush this with a little bit of honey and sprinkle some oats on top. Sprinkle some oats on top and let it cool, or just leave them like this. But homemade Nutri-Grain bars, they taste exactly like Nutri-Grain bars. Fill them with every flavor you want. Fill them with Nutella. Fill them with chocolate bars. Put 1 whole chocolate bar inside. Chocolate Nutri-Grain bars. Homemade jam, store-bought jam, whatever you want. As much jam, as little jam, whatever you want. Make them you, make them yours, make them your own. Just make them. And my whole batch, can you guess how many mine made? Okay, a box comes with, I believe, 6 Nutri-Grain bars in it. You're never gonna believe this. 18. I made 18 Nutri-Grain bars out of my batch. 18. A quarter of the cost. And I can make them any flavor I want. Try this recipe out, you guys. Let me know what you think. Enjoy.